Chicago Sky versus New York Liberty. The New Liberty, 22-13, will host the Chicago Sky, 8:26, on Thursday night. Both teams have struggled against the spread, with the Sky going 14-20 against the spread, and the Liberty are 13-22 against the spread. The Chicago Sky enter this matchup in the middle of another challenging stretch, having lost 13 of their last 14 games, including a demoralizing 5-game skid that has tested the team's resilience. On Tuesday, they fell 94-88 to the Seattle Storm despite a strong effort from Angel Reese, who returned from injury to make an immediate impact with 19 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists on 9 of 13 shooting. Ariel Atkins also contributed 19 points, continuing her consistent scoring, while Kia Nurse added 13 off the bench, providing a spark in limited minutes. Despite these individual performances, the Sky struggled to maintain defensive intensity and control the pace of the game, highlighting ongoing issues with cohesion and consistency. As they prepare for their next matchup, Chicago will need more balanced contributions and improved execution if they hope to halt this losing streak. Chicago's struggles extend beyond their recent skid. Offensively, they rank in the bottom 4 of the league in scoring, field goal percentage, free throw percentage, and 3-point shooting. The Sky's inefficiency across the board has made it difficult for them to sustain momentum, particularly in stretches against high-level defenses. Their ball movement is inconsistent, and shot selection has been erratic, often leaving them reliant on isolation plays that rarely produce high-percentage looks. Defensively, the numbers don't look much better, as they sit among the bottom 4 in points allowed, opponent field goal percentage, and opponent 3-point percentage. Opponents have consistently taken advantage of mismatches, whether in the post or on the perimeter, and Chicago's defensive rotations have been slow, allowing skilled offensive teams to capitalize. Even with effort, the Sky have lacked the depth and versatility to challenge elite WNBA offenses, particularly against teams with multiple all-stars or dynamic scoring wings. The New York Liberty come in tied for the second-best record in the WNBA at 22-13, including a dominant 14-4 mark at home. The Liberty's ability to control games at Barclays Center has been particularly impressive, as they dictate tempo, limit turnovers, and convert efficiently in transition. They bounce back from a road loss to the Minnesota Lynx with an 85-75 home win over the same team, further showing their ability to defend their home court and adjust between matchups. That resilience reflects both the coaching acumen of Sandy Brondello and the leadership of key veterans like Sabrina Ionescu and Breanna Stewart. Even with Stewart sidelined, New York has built a reputation for systematic preparation, adjusting defensive schemes to exploit opponent weaknesses while maintaining their own offensive efficiency, making them one of the most disciplined and hard-to-beat teams in the league. Sabrina Ionescu continues to pace New York with 19.1 points per game, demonstrating her versatility as a playmaker and floor leader. Her ability to penetrate defenses, pull up from deep, and distribute effectively has made her a constant threat, forcing opposing teams to commit multiple defenders to slow her down. Breanna Stewart provides 18.3 per contest when healthy and remains the team's most versatile weapon on both ends. But she has been sidelined with a knee injury that has already kept her out of 10 games this season. Despite Stewart's absence, the Liberty remain elite. They rank top 3 in scoring, field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, and free throw shooting, reflecting a balanced offensive attack that doesn't rely solely on a single player. Defensively, they've been just as impressive, leading the league in opponent 3-point percentage, ranking 2nd in opponent field goal percentage, and 4th in points allowed. Their defensive schemes are disciplined, with rotations that prevent open looks while applying consistent pressure on ball handlers and cutting off driving lanes. The Liberty have been locked in defensively, and it has resulted in 7 of their last 9 games going under the total. Chicago, meanwhile, has struggled to reach 71 points in 7 of their last 8 contests, highlighting the gap between these teams offensively. Expect New York's defense to shine in this spot, with Ionescu orchestrating both transition and half-court sets while limiting turnovers. The Liberty's defensive rotations, length, and ability to contest perimeter shots without fouling will make it exceptionally difficult for Chicago to generate consistent scoring opportunities. Meanwhile, the Liberty's offensive efficiency ensures that even if Chicago adjusts or plays zone defense, New York has multiple ways to attack both inside and outside the arc, including well-timed pick and rolls, off-ball movement, and quick-hitting post actions that can exploit mismatches late in the shot clock. New York has dominated this series in recent years, winning the last 5 head-to-head meetings outright, and also covering the spread in each matchup, highlighting a clear advantage over Chicago. Their confidence against the Sky is reflected not only in past performance, but also in broader statistical trends, including shooting efficiency, turnover differential, and defensive consistency. In the 2 head-to-head meetings this season alone, the Liberty won by 25 points on the road and by 19 at home, clearly demonstrating a sizable gap in talent, execution, and overall consistency. With 4 teams, the Liberty, Dream, Mercury, and Aces, battling within half a game for the 2nd spot in the WNBA playoffs, this is not a game the Liberty will approach casually. Every possession carries weight, and New York will enter the contest with a level of intensity, focus, and discipline designed to maintain their positioning in the standings. Their depth, ability to generate scoring from multiple players, and emphasis on minimizing mistakes will all contribute to a high-probability performance that continues their dominance over Chicago while reinforcing their status as a top-tier playoff contender. The Sky, on the other hand, have consistently struggled when facing elite opponents. In their last 4 matchups against teams with winning records, Chicago has lost each game by at least 16 points, underscoring their difficulty in competing with playoff-level talent. Turnovers, defensive lapses, and low shooting efficiency have all contributed to this consistent disparity, leaving them vulnerable against teams that can exploit mistakes quickly. Against a disciplined and versatile team like New York, these weaknesses are further magnified, particularly with Ionescu orchestrating the offense and controlling tempo while the Liberty execute efficiently on both ends of the floor. Chicago's rotation also lacks depth in scoring options, relying heavily on a few players to produce offensively. Without consistent contributions from multiple scorers and reliable defensive stops, the Sky are likely to struggle to remain competitive, giving New York an edge not only in skill but in execution, situational awareness, and ability to capitalize on mistakes over the full course of the game. From a betting perspective, this matchup is particularly compelling. New York's defensive consistency, combined with their offensive balance and home court dominance, suggests that they are highly likely not only to win outright, but also to cover the spread comfortably. The Liberty's ability to limit opponent scoring while maintaining their own offensive efficiency aligns with trends for under-over totals, as Chicago's offensive struggles make high-scoring games unlikely. In addition, the Liberty have shown a tendency to control tempo, force turnovers, and capitalize on transition opportunities, further bolstering their ability to maintain a lead. For bettors considering points, taking New York with the spread is supported by both recent head-to-head outcomes and broader league trends, including their superior defensive metrics and effective spacing on offense. Moreover, with the regular season winding down, the Liberty have placed a premium on finishing strong, which increases the likelihood of a disciplined, low-variance performance. This combination of strategic execution, roster depth, and recent form makes them a reliable betting choice in this matchup. In conclusion, the Liberty's combination of elite scorers, disciplined defense, and home court advantage makes them the clear favorite in this matchup. New York has consistently demonstrated the ability to control the pace of the game, force turnovers, and convert opportunities into points, all of which puts immense pressure on opponents. Chicago's ongoing struggles, particularly against top-tier competition, leave them vulnerable to a dominant performance from the Liberty, as their lack of offensive cohesion and defensive consistency has been exposed repeatedly this season, giving New York a clear edge. Expect New York to dictate tempo from start to finish, limit sloppy possessions, and methodically build a decisive lead through both perimeter shooting and interior scoring. Meanwhile, the Sky will be hard-pressed to generate the consistent offense or defensive stops necessary to mount a serious comeback. For bettors and analysts, the points clearly lie with New York, as their superior talent, balance across positions, and strong motivation to maintain playoff positioning create a definitive edge in this contest, making the Liberty the team to back confidently. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is New York Liberty minus 13.5. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Phoenix Mercury versus Las Vegas Aces. The Phoenix Mercury, 21-13. And the Las Vegas Aces, 22-14, will meet on Thursday night in a Western Conference clash in the WNBA. This is the fourth and final matchup between these teams, with the Aces holding a 2-1 lead in the season series. The Phoenix Mercury are hoping to wrap up this season series with the Aces in a 2-2 split by securing a win on Thursday, aiming to even the tally and gain momentum heading into the final stretch of the season. The Mercury claimed the first matchup on the road by 6 points, demonstrating their ability to execute under pressure, but the Aces responded by winning the next 2 contests on the road by exactly 3 points each, showing how evenly matched these teams have been. Their head-to-head matchups have consistently been close, and this upcoming game figures to be no different, with the spread sitting at just 1.5 points. Phoenix is currently 4th in the overall standings, but sits just a half game behind the Connecticut Sun and New York Liberty, making every win critical as playoff seeding remains tight. This game will likely come down to execution in the closing minutes, with both teams needing key stops and efficient offense to claim the win. The Mercury are in the midst of a road trip, playing their 3rd straight game away from Arizona and have shown strong performance on the road so far. They began the trip with a hard-fought 3-point win in Seattle and followed it up with a 98-91 victory over Golden State, demonstrating their ability to compete in hostile environments. In the most recent win, Kalia Copper led the way with 25 points and 5 rebounds, showing why she is a 4-time All-Star and a key contributor to the Mercury's success. Copper is averaging 16.0 points per game this season, and after missing over 10 games due to injury, she is now fully healthy and ready to lead the team through the playoff push. Satu Sabali also made a significant impact in the Golden State win, posting 17 points and 6 assists. She leads the Mercury in scoring with 17.1 points per game and adds 6.6 rebounds per game, providing both versatility and consistency on both ends of the court. With this combination of veteran leadership and emerging stars performing at a high level, the Mercury are well positioned to continue their road success and maintain momentum heading deeper into the postseason. The Mercury are 5th out of 13 teams in the league in scoring with 83.6 points per game, and their defense is ranked 4th by giving up just 80.1 per game. Phoenix is 5th in outside shooting, making 9.2 3-pointers per game as a team. Don't look now, but the Las Vegas Aces are the hottest team in the WNBA, having won each of their last 8 games and 10 of their last 11 overall. This scorching run has propelled them to 5th in the overall standings, positioning them as legitimate contenders and making every matchup from here on a potential playoff preview if the standings hold. Their latest victory came in a tightly contested 2-point win over the Atlanta Dream, with Aja Wilson asserting dominance inside by finishing with 32 points and 12 rebounds. Wilson's consistency in high-pressure situations is a testament to both her skill level and her ability to carry the team offensively when games are on the line. Wilson still has a strong case for being the best player in the WNBA. She is averaging 22.9 points per game and 10.0 rebounds per game, showcasing a blend of scoring, rebounding, and rim presence that few can match. She rarely looks to shoot from deep, attempting fewer than 1 3-pointer per game, but her efficiency around the basket and sheer post dominance make her nearly unstoppable. Defenders often have to collapse to contain her, which opens up perimeter opportunities for teammates. Jackie Young continues to thrive on the perimeter, adding 17 points in the win over Atlanta. The 6-foot guard is averaging 16.7 PPG and 4.5 APG, making her a dual threat capable of both creating her own shot and facilitating for others. Jewel Lloyd, acquired from Seattle in the offseason, contributes 11.5 PPG, providing another reliable scoring option from the outside and adding depth to Las Vegas' already potent offensive arsenal. With this combination of interior dominance and perimeter firepower, the Aces are able to dictate matchups and adapt to opposing defensive schemes. The Aces rank 7th in the league in scoring, averaging 82.6 points per game, while their defense sits 9th, also giving up 82.6 points per contest. They are 7th in three-point shooting, connecting on 8.5 makes per game, which demonstrates their ability to stretch the floor and punish teams that collapse too aggressively in the paint. This balance of inside-outside scoring makes the Aces extremely difficult to game plan against, as opponents must respect both Wilson in the post and Young and Lloyd on the perimeter, despite their scoring prowess. It's worth noting that not all of Las Vegas' recent games have flown over the total. In their game against Atlanta, neither team reached 75 points, and they were under 87 points in 2 of the 4 games prior to that. This trend suggests that while the Aces can score in bunches, they are also capable of grinding games down and managing pace when necessary. Utilizing their interior advantage takes time and precise strategic execution, which the Aces have honed effectively. They often work through multiple offensive sets to establish Wilson in the paint, a process that can run precious seconds off the shot clock while forcing defenders to rotate and make decisions. This methodical approach allows them to control tempo, limit turnovers, and maintain high offensive efficiency. On the other side, the Mercury have struggled in several recent outings, including a 66-point effort in a loss to Atlanta. With Phoenix playing its 3rd straight road game, they are likely to embrace a slower pace, emphasizing ball control and minimizing mistakes rather than attempting to match Las Vegas's scoring in transition. That approach plays directly into the Aces' hands, as their dominance in the paint and ability to execute half-court sets puts additional pressure on a Mercury roster that lacks a true interior force, potentially forcing them into low-percentage shots and difficult rotations late in the shot clock. The season series also heavily favors Las Vegas, as the Aces won both of their previous matchups against the Mercury, with both contests taking place in Phoenix. Returning home for this game further tilts the advantage toward Las Vegas, as their familiarity with the court, strong home support, and current hot streak make them an even more formidable opponent. The Aces have won 10 of their last 11 games, including an impressive 8-game winning streak leading into this contest, and all signs indicate that their momentum is unlikely to be halted. A'ja Wilson, in particular, is looking to reinforce her status as the best player in the league, and Phoenix lacks an interior presence capable of consistently challenging her across all 4 quarters. Her dominance in the paint not only forces the Mercury into difficult defensive rotations, but also creates opportunities for perimeter shooters like Jackie Young and Kelsey Plum, opening up lanes and dictating the overall flow of the game. With the combination of elite talent, home court advantage, and tactical execution, the Aces are poised to control this matchup from start to finish and secure another convincing victory. From a betting perspective, the Aces only need a bucket or 2 to cover this spread, and they are more than capable of doing so given their complete roster. Their combination of dominant inside scoring, reliable perimeter shooting, and disciplined team defense makes them a difficult matchup for any opponent. Phoenix's lack of a true answer in the paint further magnifies the discrepancy, forcing them to overcommit on perimeter defense while leaving them vulnerable to interior attacks. Las Vegas's depth and experience allow for effective rotations, ensuring energy remains high throughout the game while exploiting mismatches without having to rely solely on A'ja Wilson. The Mercury will likely attempt to slow the pace and emphasize efficiency, but without a viable answer to Wilson's size and skill, their strategy is inherently limited. Expect the Aces to dictate both ends of the floor, control tempo, and finish strong, turning this into a game that is not only an outright win, but also comfortably cover-friendly, reinforcing their status as the WNBA's top team in form, cohesion, and talent. In conclusion, the Las Vegas Aces enter this matchup as the hottest team in the WNBA, carrying elite talent, balance, and momentum into what should be a favorable contest. A'ja Wilson is poised to dominate the interior with her combination of size, strength, and skill, making her nearly impossible to contain in the paint. On the perimeter, Jackie Young and Jewel Lloyd provide versatile scoring threats, capable of stretching the floor, attacking closeouts, and creating opportunities for teammates. Beyond individual stars, the Aces have demonstrated a remarkable ability to adjust to different game scripts, whether needing to push the pace in transition or grind out half-court sets. Phoenix, while a competent and competitive opponent, lacks the interior presence, depth, and consistent offensive execution to match Las Vegas' firepower across positions. With their superior skill set, roster depth, and current form, the Aces are the clear favorite to win comfortably, dictate the pace of play, and cover the spread, further solidifying their momentum as they continue their push toward the postseason with confidence and cohesion. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Las Vegas Aces -1.5. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box.